This is very difficult to watch. A child who was neglected by a teacher wets himself, has to explain himself while this happens. Here it is.
You were, and I get he was upset, and I get it. We couldn't get him to calm down, and that's why we had to put him in here and kind of confine him to one spot.
Lock me down.
Because you were hurting yourself.
Lock me down. No, that was man when he put me in that room. He hold me and locked me down. Always trying to make
put
people
my
out
hand
there stuff.
between his forehead and the door, but he didn't like that.
Nah, you was holding me and put me up.
I
So I'll tell y'all let me use the bathroom. Wait before y'all say. I'm gonna let you use the bathroom when your mom comes.
That was within the last 3 or 4 minutes.
No, it wasn't. I told you.
You never mentioned anything about the bathroom till.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Y'all been saying that. You know what I was gonna say.
I want to get the whole story from him, but I know right now, I don't think he's in the state of mind to kind of give us the full thing of what's going on.
And then y'all trying to stop him too. And they just let him go through.
And the thing is, Masai, we're not like, our concern right now is the way, how upset you are and the way you're acting to try to come at the other young man. I get you're upset. I get he did wrong. I 100% understand that. Because you were hurting yourself, babe. You were hurting yourself, Messiah. And we were worried you were going to hurt someone else trying to get away from them.
There's more video. Here it is.
So we want to resolve it because I get it.
The one lady told me to.
And I know you did, but then you wouldn't stop and come in my office. I came in here, I asked you to go in my office, and you went right back out. And you were going down the hall, and even when we said,
before I even did that.
So what the lunch lady tell you to go to the office for?
Because she told me when he was fighting me, she told me to go to the office.
Okay, hadn't I ever told y'all would not be a statistic? Okay. Somebody do something to you, let them know. They don't handle it, you know I will. Okay? You already know I don't play. I don't care about nobody.
No, I told you.
Okay, like I said, Miss Brown ain't got to handle it. You find a way to get to the office. You got to pretend like you sick. You come to the office and you call me. I will come to the school and handle the situation myself. If not, I got a lawyer that can come and handle the situation for both of us, okay? Don't try to take matters in your own hand, because like I said, you're already a statistic because of the color of what we are, okay? Stop showing them with your true color. Every action don't need a reaction. You got that? Where's book bag and stuff at?
it's in the room. Let me call for someone to bring it up. You know, get some from Brown. I can walk down there and get it.
This is just tough all the way around. So let me first talk about the obvious. He was physically restrained. This is a developing story. We do not have all of the details. We are working on getting those details to you this week. But this was important enough because we did have the video. We had enough context. We can tell you what happened. You clearly see the young man was afraid. He was previously physically restrained as if he was locked up. And then at the end of it, and I know Mama Bear wants him to be tough, but he felt as if he was in trouble and he knew what they did to him was wrong. And he was doing his best. No child should ever have to be in a situation where they have to explain their humanity to a person who is supposed to take care of them. Never should that happen. How prevalent are these restraints inside of schools? Every day. Every day in public and private schools across this country. Children are restrained, physically held by staff members, pinned to the ground, or bound by medical devices such as straps and handcuffs. Other times, students are kept in seclusion, confined alone in rooms ranging from windowless small supply closets and bathrooms to spaces resembling padded cells. We reported on a story many months ago where a school actually created its own jail cell inside of the school to put students into these schools, to incarcerate them and let them stay in seclusion right there. They created it inside of the school. There's more. Restraint and seclusion, which are legal in most districts nationwide. Some districts have passed laws prohibiting them. Particularly those with disabilities are in distress, engaging in self-harm or acting in ways that could cause injury to themselves or others. They're supposed to be a last resort in emergencies when other efforts have failed. All right, so Sharon, as I said, this is a developing story. We're getting more information today and tomorrow, and we'll bring that info as it updates. But what are your initial thoughts here?
I share your pain and your tears. As a Black mother, I'm proud of him. I wish he was my son.
Yeah.
He desperately tried to speak up for himself, even in the face of fear, even in the face of what he'd been through. These schools are your first lesson, if you're a Black boy, about incarceration, mentally, and in this case, physically. You will be treated like a criminal over normal childlike behavior. It is so painful. You know, I grew up the daughter of a principal and a teacher. I believed in education. I believed in authority. I still do. But I vowed I will support my child when it comes to these schools. Doesn't mean she's always going to be right. But what we saw there, what we do know, Dr. Richey, is so heartbreaking and gut-wrenching. That little boy needed a hug and some empathy, okay? Not police and restraints.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to continue to follow this story, provide updates.